World War II ended in 1945. But one Japanese soldier kept fighting until 1974. Not because the world forgot him. Not because no one tried to tell him. Leaflets were dropped. Messages were sent. Search parties entered the jungle. But Hiroo Onoda believed every message was a trick. To him, peace was enemy propaganda. And an old order was stronger than the modern world. This is not only a survival story. It is what happens when obedience outlives reality. In late 1944, Hiroo Onoda was sent to Lubang Island in the Philippines. He was not sent there to surrender. He was trained for guerrilla warfare. His job was to sabotage, hide, and continue resisting as long as possible. The order was clear. Do not surrender. Do not take your own life. Wait until command returns for you. Then history changed faster than the order did. Japan surrendered in 1945. The world left the war behind. Onoda stayed inside it. The first messages should have ended everything. Leaflets said the war was over. Newspapers said Japan had surrendered. Family messages told him to come home. But Onoda saw mistakes in the leaflets. Small errors became proof of a larger trap. If the enemy wanted him to surrender, the enemy would use exactly this kind of lie. That logic sealed him off from reality. Every message became propaganda. Every search party became bait. And every year made the old belief harder to abandon. The jungle did not keep Onoda alive by accident. He built a system. Move carefully. Hide during the day. Listen at night. Trust no one outside the mission. He survived on coconuts, bananas, stolen food, and whatever the island could give him. A stolen radio became his window into a world he refused to believe. Rain-covered tracks. Mud-erased movement. The same routes repeated until years became seasons. Survival was not one heroic act, it was discipline repeated for decades. But this was not only his story. For the people of Lubang, Onoda was not a symbol of discipline. He was a danger in the jungle. He and the men with him stole food, killed cattle, burned property, and fought people they believed were enemies. Later reports connected them to deaths on the island. That is the part heroic versions often skip. A legend for one country could be a nightmare for another community. Onoda's obedience kept him alive. It also kept other people afraid. The jungle was not empty. His private war had victims. At first, Onoda was not alone. There were other Japanese soldiers hiding with him. One eventually surrendered. Others were killed in clashes over the years. Each loss should have broken the illusion. Instead, it confirmed it. If people were still dying, then the war must still be real. By the early 1970s, Onoda was the last one left. No unit, no commander nearby. No battlefield except the one inside his head. Then, a young traveler named Norio Suzuki entered the jungle looking for him. Suzuki found Onoda in 1974. He told him the war was over. But even that was not enough. Onoda said he could not surrender unless his commanding officer ordered him to. So Japan found the man who had once helped create the order. Yoshimi Taniguchi had returned to civilian life. Now he had to return to the jungle. When Taniguchi arrived on Lubang, he did what leaflets, radios, family messages, and decades could not do. He officially relieved Onoda of duty. The same chain of command that trapped him finally released him. In March 1974, Hiroo Onoda walked out of the jungle. He wore his old uniform. He carried his rifle. And he surrendered a war that had ended almost 3 decades earlier. In Japan, many saw endurance. On Lubang, many remembered fear. Both truths matter. Onoda was not simply a hero. He was not simply a madman. He was a man whose order survived longer than the war itself. The world can declare a war over. But a soldier may still need permission to stop fighting.